Okay, good morning and welcome. I am not going to take up a lot of time. I have a special guest, Rachel. You introduce yourself. You got it. You are a boss in your own right. Everybody, take notes, pay attention.
I'm cracking up because when Cheryl messaged me earlier, she said, introduce yourself. I was like, I'm going to come on and say hello. I'm Rachel. I'm a diamond with Plexus. um, so, one of the biggest things, first of all, my spiel today is called Letting Go to Level Up. And like we were just saying before she hit record, I wanted to bring something a little bit different than what we normally talk about. I hope it's still very encouraging for you guys. Um, I just kind of want to share some of the things that I have learned over my journey in Plexus. And so, little backstory when I first joined, very on fire. I've been a high recruiter for most of my Plexus career. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows with that, but um, I I had to learn some hard lessons when I first joined. I was like, I'm going to be a diamond in 1 year, and all of these things, which can happen, but wasn't my story. And I hit gold very quickly, and then it kind of stopped. And the biggest thing that I had to learn throughout this journey is you've got to grow. And, when people talk about growth, I think a lot of times we think of it more as the business, and that's not what I'm talking about. Obviously, you want your business to grow, but personally, you have to grow. And so, um, what I didn't realize in that growth, it's not just about listening to motivational podcasts and books and all of those things. It comes with actually healing yourself. And I didn't expect that in this journey. And that was the biggest thing for me to up level. Every time that I have started to get substantial growth in my business, there's been some type of healing I've had to do, a little bit of setback and emergency surgery usually. Hopefully that's not the case for anyone else. Um, so I have a couple bullet points that I wanted to go over. But really, I just want to encourage you when it feels like you're being knocked down, it feels like I just visualize like an onion. I know that's kind of cliche, but like all of the layers. And I feel like you kind of have to peel off a layer to get to that next level. And so for me, it came with healing some things in my past, some traumas from the military, just my life growing up. And, you know, I never expected that. When I joined this business, I was just thinking, well, I'm just going to work hard. I'm going to do the things. And I mean, you really don't realize how much of it is personal growth. And so I would encourage you to really be open to that. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to feel great in that moment when you're kind of, in the military, when we're in basic training, their job is to tear you down so they can rebuild you as a stronger soldier so that you can be mentally prepared for what's ahead of you. If you come into this, we have a bonus daughter that I went to MEPS with for her to enlist in the army. And there was a girl in there talking about losing her Snapchat streak. And I'm like, sweetheart, you are about to defend the United States of America. No one gives a damn about your Snapchat streak. Like that, it infuriated me because I'm like, you have no idea what you're in store for. Like that does not matter. And so it's tearing all of that down and rebuilding so that you can be the best version of yourself. And so my first bullet point is acknowledging your past, but don't let it define you. Alita had to help me so much with that part of my journey because I was holding on to my past traumas. I was letting those define me. I was making that my identity. Guess what? I don't have to live that narrative anymore. The people that I meet now only know this healed version of Rachel. And I love that. They don't have to know all of my past hurts. They don't have to know all of the trauma that built me into the person that I am. If it's a necessary, you know, part of helping that person grow, sure, I don't mind sharing. I'm a very open book. Anyone that has been around me for, 20 minutes knows that. I don't mind sharing my story if it's going to help someone else. but I don't have to lead with that anymore. I don't have to let that define who I am. So recognize the experiences that have shaped you, but remember that they do not determine your future. You do not have to live in that past anymore. Every successful person in this business has overcome challenges. They have faced those things. And what matters is how you respond to it. Not that you went through it, but how you've responded to it, how you've grown from it, how you've been shaped. I'm a firm believer that everything good and bad that happens to us shapes us into who we're supposed to be as an individual. And it helps us help other people in similar circumstances. So, part of that is releasing your limiting beliefs. One thing that I really, really had to overcome is not believing that I'm worthy of this. Um, I kind of relate it back to being a Christian. It's easy for me to love others and not judge other people because I know that I'm not perfect. And so knowing knowing what I've been through, knowing my past, knowing all of the things that I've been through, I didn't fully believe that I was worthy of this success. And I had to start telling myself, I'm ready to receive this. I am worthy of this. Um, I do deserve good things in life. And you have to believe that for yourself too. Um, so let go of any self doubt that you have, let go of any past failures. I have screwed up again and again and again. And you know why I've been successful? Because I'm willing to keep going. You have to have grit. You cannot give up when things don't go your way. When you have a crappy month, when you don't sign anyone up, guess what? You're not the only one. We've all been there. You have to get up, show up, and keep going because guess what? Your future team is depending on you to not give up right now. Everything that I do on the days when it's hard, when I'm laying up in that freaking hospital, I am showing up still because my future team is depending on me to not give up. All of the lives that are going to be changed, none of that'll happen if you feel sorry for yourself and you don't show up today. You have to be willing to show up even when times get hard. So don't let any negative self-talk hold you back. Reframe your mindset. Instead of focusing on the things that are wrong. I just had this conversation with my mom yesterday. Alita has said it in the past, and I love it. Believe that people are conspiring behind your back for your good, that people are wishing you the best. Is that always the case? Duh. No. But if you believe that, if you reframe that mindset that, you know what, they just wish the best for me, believe the best about people, even if it's not true. Even if you don't know, we never know what other people are going through. I just watched a reel this morning where they're like, you never know what's going on behind that smile. So many times I've smiled and put on a happy face when I felt like crap, when I was going through stuff personally, professionally. All of us have bad days. So always expect the best in people. It's so much better to look for the silver lining in things because things can always be worse. When I know I'm talking a lot about my health stuff because that's the most recent for me. I literally was just in the hospital like a week ago. Um, Still, I'm like, man, those people over there, they lost their loved one. There's always someone out there that has it, worse than you. So try to look for the good. If, you get a hole in your tire, something happens and it has to be replaced, be thankful that you have the capability to replace that tire. Yeah, it sucks that you have to spend the money, but you're able to do those things. You are still alive and breathing and you have a vehicle, It's just those little things. Um Embrace the power of now. Focus on the present moment and the actions you can take today to build a better tomorrow. This is all about progress, not perfection. Start from where you are and don't wait for the perfect moment. Um, Comparison is the thief of joy. It's so easy to see other people that came in around the same time as you or are on a similar path as you. And it's so, so easy to get wrapped up in, man, they're doing really good. Or, don't think too highly of yourself either if you're on a hot streak, because guess what? Next month, it may not be like that. It is very cyclical. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. Um, so your business is an extension of you. It's not about the products, it's about you. People are going to join you if they trust you. This is all about relationships, and I know we've heard that 1,000 times, but this is a relationship business. I recently had 2 people that signed up with me, and that was one of the eye-opening moments for me when I realized that I am worthy of this. When they just one of them in particular is someone that I've kinda looked up to for a long time, and she said, "I would not have done this with anyone else. I chose you because I trust you, I believe in you, I believe that you're gonna tell me the truth." And that really meant something to me. It was like, wow, like they really have this implicit trust in me. Another customer, it's a new Facebook friend. I'm a firm believer in really expanding your network, really, really focusing on growing your network, because you just never know. And one of these ladies is in a completely different business, and we've talked about sourdough and our kids, and God and all these things. And she just messaged me one morning and was like, "Hey, I want to try your products. I can't use the bathroom, I want this stuff, whatever." And so I'm like, okay, and I sent her a card. It was Sunday morning and she didn't respond for a couple minutes. And so I was like, if you have any questions, let me know. And she was like, I didn't even look at the cart. My husband's filling out my payment information now. And I was like, okay. She said, girl, I trust you. And I was like, wow, like people really do believe me. And that's why it's so important to have integrity, guys. That is one of the biggest things. Like, I'm not always going to get it right. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that I will always operate in the highest integrity that I can because my word means something to me. And if I don't have that, then I have nothing. And so when you're always operating out of a place of integrity, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Like, it's going to matter. It's going to matter. Okay. Trying to get through this because I know we have that mindset training at 10. Um, Forgive yourself and others. So part of the healing process and moving forward is forgiving yourself and letting go of the pain, the hurt, any way that you've messed up. You have to let go of that to move on. So let go of any grudges, failures, disappointments, any comparisons that you've had. Years and years ago, I idolized someone so much that I began to resent them. I put someone on a pedestal that I just loved and looked. It was our youth pastor's wife, and I loved her so much that I started to not like her. Like, I had just put her up on this unattainable pedestal, and she's human, so don't do that in this business either. If there's someone that you just really, really look up to, don't put them on a pedestal to where it's, unrealistic because it will make you start to resent that person, and you don't want that. Learn and grow from the people that you admire, but don't look up to them so much that you put them in a godlike position because all of us are human, all of us fail. All of us are going to do something to hurt and disappoint each other in some form or fashion. Um, when you can let go of those past hurts, you're making space for new opportunities. And that's the thing, you have to let go to be able to level up. So, making space for more. So, every time I've let go of any past hurts, traumas, things that I need to be able to grow, it's like taking off a jacket. I just imagine, like, what is it from the Christmas story? Ralph, he's got all these layers on. You have to take a layer off to make room for more. Um, your team and your business will thrive when you can make peace with your past and move forward with a clean slate, and you have that openness for more. So every setback is a lesson that helps you adapt, grow, and become stronger both personally and professionally. Um, this business, again, is all about continuous personal development and growth. Don't be afraid to pivot or adjust your strategies as you grow either, because it's not going to be um, one smooth line. I'm sure all of us have seen those images where it shows, um, the path to success. A lot of people think that it's just one straight line, but in reality, it's, a ton of hills and valleys. Um, Invest in your future self. Again, this is all about your future team, guys. You are going to have hundreds and thousands of people that are relying on you to commit right now to do the work, to develop yourself. Um, everything you're doing is investing in your future self and your future team. So let go of any past habits that no longer serve you, like procrastination, fear, your comfort zone. I don't care anymore. When I message people, I'm like, if they like it, great. If not, oh well. I love that this season that I'm in is fearless. It is so much easier to operate in and being unafraid. It is so much easier to just let go of any expectations and just do it anyways. It's so much better. Um, Actively invest in your future with a mindset focused on growth, leadership, and commitment. Guys, you've got to be doing something every day to grow, whether it's listening to a book or a podcast while you're in the car, um, whether it's a physical book, motivating music to help get you in the mindset. I've done all of those things to help get me focused and in the right frame of mind and to continue to grow. It may be therapy. I started seeing the lady that Alita was talking to, and it helped me discover some things about myself and things that I needed to let go of to move forward. Surround yourself with growth minded individuals. Alita says this all the time: stay close to the fire, surround yourself with winners. That's what we're doing right now on Power 30, surrounding ourselves with like minded people who are on a similar mission. Growth. Growth is the mission. Um, Growth and positivity. Let go of any energy drainers in your life. Let go of toxic relationships, friendships, any environment that brings you down, and empower yourself by connecting with those who will elevate you. All right, got a couple more minutes. Your path is uniquely yours. I already said this before, but do not compare yourself to others. A lot of times, social media, we see people's highlight reels. We don't see all the hard moments. So don't let someone's highlight reel dictate your, your life and while you're living it, because not everyone is going to share, you know, the struggles and the pains and the hardships that they've gone through to get to that highlight. Um, Let go of the urge to measure your progress against someone else's timeline. Focus on your personal growth and success, because no one can do it for you but you. Consistency over perfection. Perfection is paralyzing. Consistency, even in small steps, moves you forward. Guys, one of the biggest things that I realized over the last week, I, I try to push myself so hard, even when I'm hurting, and being on bed rest freaking sucks. Okay. I am not the person to sit still and be calm, literally ripped a stitch by rolling over in bed. I'm like, I can't even bed rest right. Like, it's just, um, but my team grew by 17 people last month. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because that was an eye-opening moment for me, that even when I was hurting, even when I was laying in bed, miserable, my team still grew. And every single day in between the pain pills and taking naps and whatever I had to do, it was really refreshing that in my own time, at my own pace, just doing simple reach outs, following up, reaching out to the people on my team, and my team grew. Those little things, it didn't take massive action. Now, I'm not saying don't do the big hard things, but just know that even those little tiny pieces of consistency matter. They matter. Don't discount that, because every little thing that you do, all of those little seeds are adding up for your future successes. um let's see. Celebrate the wins, big and small. That goes back to the consistency. Every success, whether it's someone joining as a customer, whether it's someone joining as a team member, as an ambassador, whether it's your personal growth, whether it's a customer losing weight, feeling better, getting off of meds, celebrate all of those, because it matters. All of that matters. That's what we're here for. And so, it's all a step forward. Let go of the habit of downplaying your achievements, embrace them, use them to fuel your drive. And one thing that Megan Malakovic told me, that has stuck with me: don't let off the gas. When you, like, at the end of the month, it's so easy to get hype, and we have Magic Week and we're all excited and we're ramping up and we're putting our hat on backwards and we're hyping each other up. Guess what? You need to have that same energy in the beginning of the month. I try to tell my people it's so much easier if you can front load your month. So at the very end of the month, you're not counting on 100 points the last day of the month to get you that next level. You don't want that stress, that anxiety. Build it in the beginning of the month so that by the end of the month, it's smooth sailing. Not saying you can't sign people up on the end of the month, but when you can front load your month, when you can do all of the things to help build in the beginning, you can spend, let's say the first 2 weeks. I heard in a training one time, they were talking about the front 2 weeks, build your business. The second 2 weeks of the month, help develop them as leaders, give the best customer service. I know it's 9:50. I'm gonna try to wrap this up. Visualize and take action. Create a vision for your future. If you haven't done a vision board, it's not too late. One of the biggest things for me this year is I want to see my goals. And so I have a big whiteboard that I have put up, and each month I put, my growth goals by was it 150 points or something like that every month of growth. And that I want to hit Emerald by September, which will be my 2-year mark. And I've got my team members, the months, all that good stuff. Put your goals in front of you, no matter what it is. Scribble it out on a piece of paper, pin it up. I have a cork board on the other side of my desk where I just got on Canva and pulled up vision board and just plugged in some pictures and different things. But put your goals in front of you, write them down, say them out loud. One of the things that he talks about in Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is doing action while you're saying these things. So he says, touch your temple. I have a millionaire mind. That's right, Cheryl. So create a vision for your future. See yourself as a top leader, whatever rank it is you're going for. Not everyone is diamond. Obviously, I have the tattoo. That is my goal. I made a commitment, and I literally stormed up to the CEO. I joined September of 2023, was on the cruise November 1st, and marched straight up to the CEO and said, hey, remember this face because you're going to see me walk that stage as a diamond. And by God, he remembers my face, because every time I've walked that stage, he just looks at me and says, I remember. I will be a diamond. I don't know what the date is, but I will walk that stage. And when I look at him, he's going to say, I remember. Make that commitment, guys, no matter what your goal is. Make that commitment and say it out loud. Don't be scared to share it. That's the thing. When you have a big, scary goal, you have to say it out loud. You have to commit to it, because it's so easy to be like, oh, I want to be a diamond. But if you don't say it out loud, you're not making it a true commitment. Be willing to share that scary goal out loud so it holds you accountable. All right, let go of procrastination. Take action towards that vision every single day, no matter what it is. Those little seeds make a difference. And the best is yet to come. Your future is full of limitless potential. Every day that you're letting go of the past, you're taking off one of those layers, you're peeling the onion. You are one day closer to the success that you deserve. Everybody, I want you to unmute right now, please. Everybody unmute. I don't care if you're on camera or not. I want you to unmute if you can. All right. Wait for a couple more. Okay.
Don't mind Easton singing in the shower, y'all.
I do not mind at all. Okay. On the count of 3, I want everyone to say, I am worthy of success. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I am worthy of success.
Believe it, you guys. You are worthy. You are worthy. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what your past looks like, what your journey has been. You are worthy of success. That's all I have. Love you guys. Hope you have an amazing day. Plant some seeds, do some messaging, do something small every single day to move the needle forward. Work on yourself, and it'll all fall into place. It'll happen. If you're doing the things, it's going to happen. That's all I have.
Thank you, Rachel. We appreciate you. Mwah.